I just watched ThanksKilling from 2008. This is the story of a demonic turkey who's back for his revenge. Now, if you've seen Thanksgiving, the Eli Roth horror movie from a few years ago, that's rightfully at the top of most people's Thanksgiving horror movies because there's not many horror movies that are centered around the holiday Thanksgiving. But I think that you should definitely consider adding ThanksKilling to that list as well. ThanksKilling is crazy, it's insane, and I'm here for it. It has a very, very low budget, but I think it makes the most of its budget, and it knows what it is. It knows it's a fun movie that doesn't take itself seriously, which I think is awesome. Right away, we get a flashback scene to the first Thanksgiving, or at least that time period, because we have a lady in pilgrim attire who's topless running through the woods trying to escape the demonic turkey. What's fun is the creature design is basically a puppet, a turkey puppet, but he talks and says some pretty crass things, kind of in the line of a Freddy Krueger, which is ironic because he's brought back to life by dog piss, where a dog is peeing on his supposed grave. So he comes back to life and he's in a more modern world, and he's here to take his revenge on a group of kids that have all come together for some reason or another, because the tropes that they are don't really mesh that well. But this unlikely group of friends have to band together to kill this demonic turkey before he kills them and everybody else. So it's fun. It's a lot at times. My pros are that this movie actually has really good effects for how low budget it is. And I don't mean as good as like Terrifier or anything like that. I give Damien Leone a lot of credit because he made these great Terrifier movies with their effects on a very low budget. This doesn't have that, but I think for the budget itself, the effects are really done well. There's a scene where the turkey with a shotgun comes through a person, and it's insane, and I love it. There's other effects, like at one point the turkey becomes radioactive, and he's just like this glowing green that does not really look great, but it works for this movie. And again, that's the thing, like, what works in this world? This movie doesn't take itself seriously. That leads to one of my cons. The acting is horrible, like to the point where they're basically looking at cards and reading the lines off. But again, that works to this movie, because if this movie was acted really well, I don't know how that would be. It would not fit for this movie's style that they're going for. There's scenes where the turkey, for instance, kills one of the characters' fathers, and he takes his face off and puts it on him, and he tries to pretend to be the father, and none of the characters think that this is a fucking turkey wearing a human mask. It's insane. And even the turkey himself comments, like, these kids are really stupid. So, I mean, you have fun scenes like that. It's some of it too is where they're playing with like horror tropes and things. So they have a scene where they're like, well, how do we, stop this demonic turkey? And kind of the classic horror, like, we better go to the library and read up. And, they have scenes like that. They're like, oh, it's too late. The library's closed. So it's a lot of fun. I do think that this is worth the watch. I gave it 3 stars on my Letterboxd. One of the biggest pros of this movie is it's only 70 minutes long. So it doesn't overstay its welcome. It gets in, it gets out, leaves you with lots of fun. And that's the important thing. I would definitely recommend this. And I'm excited to see, I know there's technically the sequel is the 3rd one. So I do want to check that out as well. I think that would be fun to go with this, because I think now, once you know what this movie is, like, you appreciate it. But what are your thoughts on ThanksKilling? Have you seen this movie yet? Is this one of your favorites? Where does this rank on your Thanksgiving horror movie list? Let me know in the comments below. This has been a Slashed Review.